spotlight on Stacey Thomas. Stacey is an author. She's an ALS advocate. She's a talk show host. She's a motivational speaker and an independent film producer. And she's a woman whose journey is not only inspiring, but also a beautiful reminder that when women shine, we give others permission to shine also. Welcome to the show, Stacey.
Thank you, beautiful, for having me and for those kind words. Thank you.
I just love it. I love your smile. I love your energy. So I'm excited to shine this spotlight on you. So, Stacey, I'd like to start at the beginning on my shows. I wanted you to share with us about your journey. What a story that you can share that inspired you, that got you started, that keeps you going, shining your light, whether it's a story of success, of triumph, or a struggle, or maybe just a turning point for you that shaped who you are today.
Wow. The one thing that I will say that has me living and determining not to just merely exist is the loss of my mother, who Robin Thomas, that I lost to ALS disease. I always say that the disease took her flesh, but not her spirit. But because of how quickly she was diagnosed and how quickly she passed, I realized, well, no, I learned that there's no time to waste because you never know what may happen tomorrow.
Absolutely. And sorry for your loss. And but
Thank
you know
you.
what, Stacey, to take that and turn that into something as a push for you, something that opens your eyes about the reality of how important life is and how what we leave. So thank you for sharing that part of your story with us. So Stacey, when you think about women who shine, I just love that. I can't even say it without smiling because
You're right.
fuels me, right? I just absolutely love that. So, how does it resonate with you? What does it truly mean for you to step into your own light and allow others to see it?
It feels good. And it's not about me, Melissa. It feels good when other people say that my words or make them feel good, or they like to hear me laugh or see me smile. It makes me feel good that somebody's like receiving a blessing from me.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, Stacey, though, how do you feel inside, though, when we're shining the light on Stacey
I
Thomas
love
tonight? How do you feel?
I feel excited. I'm excited because I'm trusting God more. I'm excited because I no longer allow fear to stop me.
Yes, yes.
Now, that's not to say that every day is perfect, but I now know how to push fear to the side, you know? Um, it's just exciting when I look back, like Melissa said, when I started and what's going on now. And it's a good thing that I can remind myself of. Look at where you are now.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
feels good. It feels great.
It should. It should. Absolutely. So you mentioned something just then that leads into my next question, Stacey. You said every day is not perfect. Every day is not wonderful. I believe there are challenges in every journey. Success doesn't come without some challenges. So can you share a moment, a challenge when you were tested, maybe even doubted yourself, and what gave you the strength to rise above it and keep going?
If I must be honest, the test is when there's no money to invest in yourself. The test is when you see everybody around you's growing and not to compare yourself to them. The and I've been there, Melissa. I've seen everybody growing around me. I've had times, Melissa, I know I need to do this, I need to do that. And there's been no money, but I learned from that, work with what you have and just trust God to do the rest.
Absolutely, Stacey, and I can relate because I've been on this entrepreneur journey for 26 years. So I know the feeling of seeing everybody else move forward and you still
Right.
trying to push, trying to get another step, and everybody around you seems like they got it all together, and
Right.
that makes you feel some kind of way in that moment. The biggest lesson is what you just said right there. Is you had to learn not to compare. I believe comparison is the thief to my success. And I believe when you can control that and know, just keep working because your day is coming. I love that. Let me just reset here, Stacey. If you're just joining us, this is the Melissa Banks. This is Dream by Design with Melissa Banks, our Women Who Shine series. Our guest today is Stacey Thomas. So, Stacey, talk to us about what fuels you on your journey. What do you find inspiration in, and that helps you continue to believe in yourself, even when the road. We talked about challenges just then. Even when the road is not easy, how do you? What do you find inspiration? How do you push through those times?
I think about, do you want to get old or do you want to get sick and can't do anything and have regrets? That's number one. That helps me work harder. The biggest thing is, Melissa, God will not let me forget what I am supposed to be doing. And what I mean by that is, if I'm giving up on, if I'm saying no one wants to hear what I have to say about ALS disease, I'm going to let that go for a while. Melissa, someone will reach out to me about ALS disease. Something will come up about ALS disease. And I'm not talking weeks later. It's like when it happens that day. If I say I don't want to do something, it's God reminding me, you don't have a choice. Excuse me, my nose itches whenever I'm on in front of the camera. And it's like just not wanting to have regrets and wanting to. I've got sons who are very talented and gifted, and a lot of people don't understand when there are people that are talented and gifted and they don't support them. I want to show my boys, well, my men, to keep doing what they're doing. I didn't give up. They shouldn't give up.
Absolutely, absolutely love that, love that. So, Stacey, on this show, Women Who Shine, we want to celebrate you. Women often downplay their wins. We're just, oh yeah, things are going great. Yeah, that was great. I did that, and we move on. We downplay it, but at this moment right here, we want to celebrate you. So I want you to take us back to a moment that when think you place yourself in that moment, your heart swells, your pride, your excitement comes right back, even when you think about that moment. Share that with us so that we can celebrate you.
Melissa, you said, say that again, sweetheart.
Share with us a moment of celebration. You got a win. It makes you excited. You smile about it. Share that moment with us so that we can.
I gotta win. I gotta win. Every time someone comes on my show, I gotta win, Melissa. I have a journal coming out. Melissa, totally different than what I've ever written before out of the books I've written. And I have to tell you, to know that this journal's coming out and to see what I put in the journal, Melissa, it's a winning moment. It's a, oh my goodness. You question yourself when you wrote the books. Are you sure that's what God wanted you to do? But I got the journal now and I'm positive, like there's no self-doubt. This is something that God wants me to do.
Yay! I absolutely love it. Congratulations. I
Thank
love
you.
journals. Everybody knows I love journals. So I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. I
Thank
knew
you.
there was a win in there you could share with us. Thank you for sharing that. We're celebrating with you. We're rooting with you. And we're
Thank
going to make
you.
sure our audience knows when that journal drops so that they can support you. So we're going to talk about that at the end. But thank you for that. And we're all clapping and cheering and giving you hugs and all those things happening right now. Okay, so let's breathe and let's talk about our journeys. Women push through a lot of stuff on their journeys. And sometimes our dreams do feel heavy. Or maybe the noise in the world just seems loud. In those moments, Stacey, how do you ground yourself and just stay focused and continue to be determined to do what you know you're supposed to be doing?
I've learned to take a deep breath. I've learned to recognize what's my problem and what's not my problem. I've learned not to put myself in others' mess And a big thing that I've learned is to watch who I allow in my space and in my ear.
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you hear me talk about that. Is we have control. We can control what we take in, right? And
Right.
if we take in a whole lot of stuff that don't put us in a good place, then what's going to come out? You can't put in negative and get out positive, right? So I agree with you, and thank you for that. Stacey, did we just lose you?
Ooh, what happened?
I don't know. You're out. You can you see me? There
Yes, I'm
we go.
sorry about that. Sorry.
Technology, honey, things happen. Thank you for that. But I was just talking about what you just said, though. You know, making sure that you protect your space and what you take in. That is so huge, and I hope I didn't want our audience to miss that in what you just shared with us. So, Stacey, there are women who are watching you right now. They see your excitement, they feel the joy and that big smile on your face, but they're thinking, I have a dream, but I feel stuck and too afraid to move on it. So what would you say to her to remind her that she has everything she needs inside to step out and shine?
I'd ask her, do you feel like it's something God gave you? And if you feel like or you know it's something God gave you, number one, like I heard a lady say years ago at a conference, and it's supposed to bless somebody, how dare you keep it to yourself? I'd say to her, forget that you don't know anybody else that's done it or nobody around you. Forget the naysayers. And once you accept that God gave you this, just do it.
That's it. That's the key. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I love that. Love that. So often, Stacey, we give so much to others as women. We're everybody's caretaker. We're thinking about how everybody's feeling, and we're pouring out consistently every single day. How do you make sure that you protect your own light and pour into yourself? What are some of the things that you do for you that pours into you so that you can continue shining and not burn out?
I turn the phone off. I get off social media. Um, I said earlier when I did a live, I drink me a cup of tea. I pray. Um, I like me time, quiet time. Sometimes even when I'm riding down the road, I don't want the phone ringing. I don't want the radio on. I just want me time. And I take that me time too because life can get so heavy that I personally I'm quiet just to see if he's got something to tell me to help things get better.
I love that. I love that because for me, one of the, and I believe that someone listening needed to hear that. But for me, also, Stacy, is sometimes I just won't stop so that I can hear the voice of God. If you're constantly moving and moving and moving and moving, you cannot hear.
You
And
can't.
I just won't stop. I just keep going. And I just thank you for reminding us that we have to choose those moments of quiet time.
And
So,
it's okay.
yeah, right.
I'm sorry. It's okay. Sometimes you may think that you're being selfish.
Hmm.
I've had times like that.
Hmm.
You've helped so many people and you're always that one person that people can count on, or you feel like, in my case, because I'm the oldest sister, I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do that. But it's okay to be selfish.
I love that. And you guys heard her say it. It's okay to choose you for a moment. It's
Right.
okay. Thank you
Right.
for that and that reminder. We all needed that reminder. So Stacy, when people look at your life and your journey, what is it that you want? How is it that you want them to feel or to remember and to be inspired to do because of your example?
I want them to listen to my honesty about how I got to where I am. And I don't go online like telling my personal business, but I want them to watch me as I grow. And when I say it's not easy, just listen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I'm answering this correctly, because I talk so much, I'm just hoping that people see, like, I make no secret about it. They you saw where I started from, and I'll come on and say, look what God has blessed me with. Not that I'm the only person that's being blessed, but I just want people to remember she was here. Look at where she's at now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's because you didn't give up along the way. You
Right.
continue to keep moving. And we're excited and grateful that you didn't give up, that you're here today to share all these gifts that you have with the world. So before we wrap up, though, I want you to give some final words that will inspire some women that are listening that they can carry with them after the show.
Well, I guess it's like I always say. Number one, let's be thankful. Let's be thankful. Things could always be worse. And the last thing I like to tell people is don't stress too much about yesterday. Let's not worry too much about tomorrow, because if we do, we just might miss living today.
Ooh, wow. I love, 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 love that. Thank you, Stacey. This has been
Thank
so
you.
inspiring, and I'm so excited that you gave us some time today to come shine your light on us over at Dream by Design. Let our
Thank you.
audience know how they can stay connected and how they can continue to support you.
First, Melissa, I'd like to say thank you very much for allowing me to be on your marvelous platform. People can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at I am Stacey Thomas, Stacey Thomas, and on YouTube is the Stacey Thomas Show.
Well, thank you again, Stacey, for being here. You opened your heart and shared your incredible journey with us today. Your story is a reminder, no matter where you start, we all have the ability to rise, to dream, and to shine. To every
Thank
woman
you.
watching, I hope you feel encouraged and inspired to keep pushing toward your purpose. Remember, your light is needed, your voice matters, and your shine is powerful. I'm your host, Melissa Banks. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Keep
Thank
shining.
you.